Hey, no. I got it.
Chris Brown and Usher had a big fight on his birthday, and according to reports, Usher left with a bloody nose. This happened at Chris's skate birthday party, organized for him by Usher himself, with Teyana and many others in attendance. Nobody knows exactly what actually caused the fight, but it was definitely a party gone wrong situation for Usher. He wanted to gift his friend a skate party, but ended up getting a broken nose in return. So the obvious question is, what exactly went wrong with these two? Well, let's find out. Welcome to CELEBbible. Make sure you follow our Instagram for live drama and all the last way goss. So, about the sore bromance. On the 5th of May, which was Chris Brown's 34th birthday, Usher threw him a skate birthday party. And from the video that was seen online, Chris was extremely happy when Usher and company sang for him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
He went on with the birthday boy behavior throughout the night until the wee hours of the morning when the whole thing went wrong. According to TMZ, Chris went towards Teyana Taylor as she was sitting pretty on a bench outside the ring and tried talking to her, but it seemed like she ignored him. This got Chris very pissed, and he reacted negatively by yelling at Teyana. Usher, seeing what was going on, went to help the situation, but Chris wasn't having it at all. He didn't spare Usher even. In fact, he totally directed his anger more at him. He yelled at him and left the facility with his crew right after that. Usher followed them almost immediately and met them behind the charter buses in the parking lot. But he came back with what looked like a broken nose after a while. This whole thing is really complicated because we all know Chris and Usher have been close for a long time, and they both have so much respect for each other. So whatever caused this fight must really be huge. Chris often referred to Usher as one of his biggest inspirations, and in an interview on Big Boy TV, Usher referred to Chris as his little brother.
Yo, man, me and Chris will kill the world if we ever did something together like that. I'm not saying it's verses, but
Right.
I'm gonna just say this. If that ever happens, it'll be one of the biggest things that anybody has ever experienced in entertainment, in celebration of two people who love each other. Because I love Chris. I don't like him. I don't like his music. I love his music. I love him. He's my little brother, and he's always been there for me, and I've always been there with him. Through hard ups and down times, I've been there with him.
Little brother? Well, yes. Remember that Usher was a big name before Chris Brown became famous. So in the entertainment industry, Chris is a little brother to Usher. Usher began his music career at the age of 14 after he relocated to Atlanta with his mother and brother. He landed a recording contract with LaFace Records after performing on Star Search and released his first album in 1994 as a 15-year-old. Since then, he has continued to intrigue his fans with amazing music ever since. In terms of album sales, he has been doing so well. In fact, his album Confession, which was released in 2004, sold more than 1 million copies in its first week. His songs have been up the radar, and he's earned several Grammys and People's Choice Awards, and many more. Generally, we all know Usher is a cool dude in the music industry. As for Chris, he only released his first album in 2005. His songs were also loved by his fans. What was even more exciting about him was his ability to dance it out. That has earned him an even bigger fan base and a 2-time Grammy Awards nomination in 2006. He released his second album Exclusive in 2006, and it features star artists such as Lil Wayne and Kanye West. It's been a speedy growth for Chris, thanks to the people that inspire him, including Usher. Now, why would Chris go physical with Usher if he is really his inspiration? Anyways, fans have been strong on this happening. Someone wrote, "Wait, so you're telling me this all started because Chris Brown disrespected a woman? Not Chris Brown. All his fans told me he changed." Another said, "He needs help. Instead of having so many yes friends around, he needs to have someone who cares about him and will tell him the real. Someone in his crew should have stopped the others from doing this or even tried to de-escalate the situation. Teyana's husband has to be livid." The comments get worse. Someone pointed out the obvious, saying, "Chris Brown has a history of being... When someone brings it up, y'all say Rihanna's fight was so long ago and he was a kid. But the facts are, he's had many instances of behavior throughout the years. If this Usher situation is true, it wouldn't surprise me. This right here is taking us down memory lane. Remember, Chris Brown had a very similar issue with Rihanna a long time ago, or should we call it a more brutal one? It was messy. Chris and Rihanna dated back in the day, and their relationship was everywhere. They were one of the most buzzy Hollywood couples until they broke up, and that breakup was the weirdest. Here's the thing, the two were invited to perform at the 2009 Grammy Awards, but unfortunately, it was announced that they wouldn't be making it to the event. This announcement shocked everyone, and we were all wondering why. After a while, news got out that they had a big fight on their way from the pre-Grammy party, which was a night before the event. The cause of the fight wasn't known until Chris Brown himself revealed the truth in a video documentary about his life. He said that Rihanna became furious with him because a woman from his past texted him and showed up at their location.
What's going on? She throws the phone, I hate you, whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini.
The issue escalated the following day, resulted in physical assault. Rihanna got injured, and Chris pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 180 days of community labor and 5 years of supervised probation. They later got back in 2012 and released remixes of each other's songs. Chris was even featured on Rihanna's album, Unapologetic. The news of their new relationship remained alleged until Rihanna confirmed it during an interview in 2013. But the awkward thing is that they didn't last this time. They broke up that same year. But this wasn't the only case of abuse filed against Chris. Dude has bagged lots of them. In October 2013, he was sentenced to 100 days in jail for assaulting a man outside a Washington hotel near the White House. This happened while he was still under probation as a result of his case with Rihanna. That's not all. Another claim of assault involving him came up later, and this time it was filed by an unnamed woman who claimed Chris invited her into a yacht docked in a home owned by P. Diddy. According to her, Chris drugged and her on a yacht. He has also been arrested for threatening a lady with a gun.
Brown told her to stay away from the jewelry, and then he said for her to go outside.
What did I tell you, girls? I've been telling you over and over again. And then he pulled out the gun and he said, get the F out of here, and threatened me with it. And that's when I just left.
Quite a lot, really. And with this abuse profile, as one fan said, it won't be surprising if he actually fought Usher over Teyana. Speaking of Teyana, she has been Chris's pal for a very, very long time. She was asked about her relationship with Chris. She once mentioned that Chris is her brother, and Chris also talked about their relationship in an interview with Angie. Anyway, none of them have confirmed this incident, and Chris Brown also performed in Usher's Lovers and Friends Festival the following day against what many fans thought. Usher posted a video before the event, and it looked like an "I'm super okay with no broken nose" video because there was no trace of a broken nose on his face. So a lot of people have started wondering if there was even a fight. Not just that, Teyana was sighted dancing to Chris's collab during the festival, and that was like a reassurance to the public that we cool. Chris also posted on social media saying, y'all been geeked all weekend. Y'all been dragging it now. It was mad people backstage and security was trying to clear everyone off the stage. People started pushing back. I intervened to let them know my child was back there. That was all he had to say after his busy weekend in Las Vegas. Anyway, in my opinion, the fight actually happened, and they're just trying to avoid all the mess it could bring to them publicly, especially the whole Teyana rumor. But what do you think?